Hey Aquarius, I hope you guys are doing okay out there. I did pull 5 cards for you. We're going to take a look and see what's going on with your individual energy. I don't feel like your story is very complicated, so I will pull a card. I'm going to pull from Cosmic Belief. Alright, so we'll see what comes out. Uh-oh, okay, I'm not going to keep that. Oh. Man, I knew that was going to happen. That's so annoying. Hold on, guys. Sorry about this. We got one that fell. Oh, boy. Yeah. Every time I choose to align my spirit, the guidance of the highest truth appears to me. Whenever I don't align my spirit, the guidance of the highest truth escapes me. So I don't know which energy you guys are in right now or what you've been operating, but you notice there's something with events every time tells me that you notice some sort of a pattern. The way I respond to something, the way my body feels when I eat something, every time I choose to do something, I notice that there's this response or there's this way I feel. My body responds or people respond to me a certain way. There's something negative that you guys are able to identify now, and I think you might be dealing with that because they do have the Nine of Swords that comes up. So, and it makes perfect sense. I'm going to put this right here because you guys can't see it. Makes perfect sense to me. Give me one more. Okay. Wow, you guys. On the last set, your mood must have changed because I just did a read. I couldn't get a word out of you. Once I choose to see the light, because it says something about you guys being in the dark, in dark corners, I turn my power toward what I want. For some of you, you choose in dark. And you're choosing to stay there. So you choose in dark places. I turn my power toward what I want. For some of you, you guys, you're not able to focus on what you want because you're on a darker side of things. I am seeing here, I'm going to go ahead and just get into it. Nine of Swords coming out reversed for you. You guys are having some issues here. There's anxiety. It's actually heightened anxiety that's coming out for you. Let me just pull this. Yep, there's something with heightened. I want to see because I don't use these often. And I was looking, okay. Wow. I guess you guys want it out fast, huh? Child of Sun. This is, what deck is this? This is, I don't know. The crystal, no, because you know, I got a crystal deck, plus I got some other, this is like a, it came with the book, like it's like these cards. Like one of the mini decks they send you, but the Sun. It's really funny because the Sun comes out twice for you guys after some sort of a death. Sun comes out, I will take it. Alright, so you guys have the Nine of Swords. It comes up reversed for you. This is heightened anxiety. For some of you, it's very easy for you to fall into some sort of despair, some sort of panic. I want to be very careful with this read because it's kind of symbolic, but some of it is very literal. There's something here about you being easy to fall into despair and panic. It also says that darkness is coming upon you. The question is, what is it? That's what the question is posed here. What is it that's coming upon you? Because there's something keeping you guys up at 3 a.m. It's waking you up. Some of you can't sleep. Hands in your face. There's something here where whatever this feeling is that you're getting at 3 a.m., there's an adrenaline rush, but it's not a good adrenaline. It's not like that, oh, I love you, I'm so in love with you, I can't wait. It's nothing like that. It's more like, I can't believe what's about to happen. And for some of you, you're not quite sure what it is. You don't know how it's going to play out, but you know that whatever action was taken relates to something that may have happened back when. Like when you were a kid, when you were younger, something like that. These are deep-rooted issues that are coming into play that you guys need to actually deal with right now with the Nine of Swords coming out reversed. It's torment, extreme anxiety. I cannot sleep. My body is changing. I'm getting skinny or whatever, right? It's just some form of worry that is apparent. It is evident in the way you look. So it's something like that that comes up for you. We have the Nine of Cups here, so I notice that you guys are staying in the nines. You guys have the Nine of Cups that comes up here, but the Nine of Cups is coming up reversed. I want to be very clear. The Nine of Cups, this is about your wishes coming true. This is about material abundance and good health. One of the things that I'm focusing on here is you might not be in good health. For some of you, you are nervous about what's coming back from the doctor's office. I see something about results now that we're looking at the Nine of Cups and we take a look at what is common. It is health here. Based off this verbiage, and I'd like for you guys to please keep in mind, Nine of Cups reverse. Somebody's lungs are inflated. Somebody's suffering from low vitality. You're not ready for anything bad to happen. I'm not ready for it to happen, but I know it is going to happen, or something is going to happen. I don't know how it's going to play out. I don't know if this test results are going to come back as yay or nay. I'm not sure. But I'm nervous about it. It's freaking me out. It takes me back to deep-rooted issues. I would have never been in this position if, or I would have never did that if, or I made some mistake. There's something about regrets here, about decisions in the past. You guys have about 9 people looking at you. They're looking closely at you. For some reason, I don't know what it is, but you're being looked into. Now, let's get back to the lungs. The lungs are inflated. Somebody's suffering from low vitality, and you are not ready for something to happen. I'm not ready for anything to happen. You guys could be having some issues with love. Some of you guys might be having issues with vitality and also abundance. There's something here where you may have traveled or something. It says air, mountains, trees, people, inflated lungs. I don't know. I keep getting airplane from some of you. Or maybe you took a hike. Or maybe you tried to climb, what's that, Mount Everest? Yeah, maybe somebody's climbed it. Is that still open? I don't know. Anyway, I don't think it's closed down. I think people are still climbing. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Pisces here with this energy. Maybe if we take a look at it from the aspect of love, and considering that some of you guys are having some issues in the area of love, it could be a Pisces that you guys are dealing with. For some of you here with this Knight of Swords coming up reverse, some of your worry could be having to do with the Gemini energy that comes up. There's something here where you get adrenaline rushes, and it's about nervousness, anxiety. 9 of Cups, I'm having problems in my love life as well. I'm having problems with my health, my love life. For some of you, my vitality is low. My strength is low. I don't feel well. I'm sick. I'm worried. Death comes up. Some of you guys are dealing with Scorpio energy. This could mean that something's coming to an end. Something is transforming, or you're going to transform out of this energy. Something is going to end. If we have to take a look at this from the standpoint of love, where you guys could be having issues with a Pisces. For some of you, you may have suffered some sort of loss. It could be the end of a relationship. It could be the end of worry. Right? This situation here, this Nine of Swords, could disappear. It could go away. But we know that you're worried about something having to do with, obviously, affairs of the heart, as well as decisions that were made in the past, deep-rooted issues, things that you guys may have experienced. The Death card, something is going to come to an end. So this unhappiness, or whatever you want to call it, this thing that you're not ready for, whatever this sickness is having to do with your lungs, it's going to come to an end. Now, I don't know what kind of end that is, because the Death card is here. And no, we don't, the Death card does not necessarily mean a literal death. It does not. It means that something is going to come to an end. It is the end of a cycle in your life. Something's going to come to an end of an era, end of a job. Somebody could be laid off. There's something significant that is over that forces you to transform. You're supposed to transform. Some of you are going to transform inward and never come out. What does that mean? It's like somebody slipping you a Mickey. Somebody slips you a Mickey, and you, one minute you was right, the next minute you were never right. Like we never saw you again after you took that Mickey. The person that we saw after, it's almost like that clone, only it's like debilitating. Right? So after you took that Mickey, you were never the same person. It's some energy like that. Something is coming to an end. So the old you is coming to the end, so a new you can come in. For some of you, this is an actual death of somebody. It could be a Scorpio. Maybe it's the end of a relationship. Maybe something is going to transform. Maybe it's going to transition from bad to okay. I see the Death card, but please keep in mind, we just see the sun clarified by the sun. We know something is over, but we also know that there is joy that comes. We also understand that the sun highlights the situation. It tells us more of the story, gives us more details. anything that is under the sun is revealed. One of my favorite things, I don't know what book it is. The sun doesn't pick or choose what it reveals. So everything is going to come out, but it's clarified by the sun. I think happy things go on here. I think you guys put an end to some things, and I feel like something new is coming in for you. And it's clarified by the sun. That is material happiness. That's joy. It's good health. Some of you guys are going to get some test results that are good. Some of you guys are going to get some test results that put an end to life as you know it. It sends you into another place where you have to do things differently, or hope differently, or take care of yourselves differently, or something like that. But something's coming to an end, but somebody could actually pass. It could be a Leo that passes. It could be a Scorpio that passes. Somebody could actually pass because of depression. Some of you are going to be free from this King of Cups energy. This is a person that tried to manipulate you. Unempathetic. Didn't give to you. Not a natural leader. They're a manipulated leader. Right? So they were never supposed to be there in the first place, or whatever this is. Somebody who was a King of Cups reversed. People do not respond well to him. He never minces his words and will not allow you to earn a place in his inner circle. Do not trust him because he has no boundaries. Refusal to put aside childish behavior. So this is who this King of Cups reversed is. This could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. For some of you, you had this person manipulating you. Maybe they had some sort of control over a Leo, or they were manipulating a Leo, Aquarius. I feel like this is something that you guys need to know. For some of you, you're very confused and you have a lot of things going on in your head. But I also feel like for some of you, you need some things pieced together. So if I take a look at this from another perspective, there's this manipulative energy here. Somebody who played with your minds, played mind games, nasty, didn't love you. Maybe there's something comes out about them. Something comes to an end with this person. Or this person, this King of Cups reversed, this bad, deadbeat father figure. Maybe you get some freedom from this person. Or maybe the truth comes out about this person. I feel like for some of you, I'm trying to figure out the way to look at it. It looks like you might escape it. You put an end to it. Still, there's something going on with health and somebody needing to check their lungs. But low vitality. Now somebody's in the Knight of Swords. Somebody's in the Knight of Swords over something that the King of Cups manipulated. Now the Knight of Cups saying that somebody's lungs, it could be a Leo that you guys are dealing with. They might have some breathing issues right now. Some of you, you're worried about this death energy, something coming to an end. Where's my cards? Do I even have these cards in here? I guess not. Hold on, let me find some more. Okay, that whole batch is mixed in. I don't know what that is. Hold on, let's get these. We're gonna use these because I don't know what the other ones are. And we're not gonna get up. I know that was a terrible accent, right? Jamaican. Remember the Jamaicans? Where was I? Born Jamaicans. I remember them. Hold on. Now this deck is beat up, but listen, that's what we got. So, the death clarified by the sun is the sun. You guys put an end to something and it brings you happiness. It brings you material wealth. Couple of things that we need to approach, though, and address. Okay, so this sun card, in addition to it meaning that somebody's going to take some sort of an extended vacation with their children, or at least that is the plan. For some of you, there's going to be a death before you try and do that, putting an end to that plan. Or it's got to be postponed or something like that. Okay. Yeah, so something about a postponement of a vacation. Or something's put to an end and then you go on some sort of a vacation. Alright, that's the first piece. You guys are going to have some renewed energy. We got that. Okay, I was like, I hope this thing ain't cut off again. Somebody here could be LGBTQ. Somebody's holding a banner that unfurls. Hold on. Up by a winged staff. In the background, there's a huge sunflower. It grows against a stone wall. Somebody could be LGBTQ. Ooh, a stone wall. Wait, do we already do? Check the calendar. Hold on. If you're a Leo and you were worried about somebody being your biological child, they are. It says biological child. So if you're a Leo and maybe you're worried about somebody being your kid or something, it says biological child. So I guess that's good news for some of you, and I guess sad news for others. I don't know. Let's see what else we got here that you guys absolutely need to know. No, we're gonna leave that. Oh yeah, there's something about children here. Somebody could be going on some sort of a trip. I don't know if there's people staring at your kids, but it says that you guys are going on a trip. And it says something about a smiling nude child. So I don't know where this trip is, but you got some weirdos out there. So I would keep an extra eye on the kids, or maybe somebody's going to have some fun in the sun with some smiling child. I have no idea, but I put that out there. So if it is this King of Cups reversed, right, doing this, I don't think anybody's going to be upset about this card showing up and him dropping. Because the sun comes out and he drops. You see that? He's reversed. So if I had to... Never mind. This is King of Cups. This one who's not a natural leader is a manipulated leader, or whatever he was doing. But he has been exposed. And it's over. It says death in the sun. Somebody's happy. You might be happy about this, Aquarius. You're like, oh, yeah. Okay. Now, there could be some death of a Scorpio and a Leo, or there's something where there's a death. You guys are putting something to an end with a Leo. Somebody's a King of Cups reverse, or this could be your energy. You guys have been in your heads about this for a little bit. Tell me what I need to know about this death in the sun. Somebody celebrated too early. This could be somebody in your family celebrated too early. There's some tension going on here. I'm going to put these over here. There's some tension going on here between these two. It's clarified by the sun. So something's going to end. Somebody's happy about this ending, or if they're able to breathe, they're able to travel. But this is happiness. This sun card. This could be somebody in your family, or this could have been a time of tension in your family. Somebody could have acted terribly towards you. Somebody did something that was mean. They were not sincere when they did something. It could be a Leo. They were insincere. Maybe there was some sort of an event. It could have been a family event, a graduation, family reunion, christening, whatever. There was some turbulence at this event. Or there's some turbulence about this event, and the turbulence is going towards a Leo energy. They had to put an end to something. There could have been two Leos. There could have been a Scorpio and a Leo that did something to another Leo, and they came out of it shining. It could have been somebody in your family who did this. There was somebody in your family, and there was also somebody in your family along with an Aries energy. Let's see what happened at this celebration. All right, there were a ton of choices put before whoever this is, right? So we know that you guys here were having some issues with turbulence. There's this Aries energy. I guess the goal was to make this person pull something off here, having to do with a family member. I don't know, but this is some sort of investigation being done with the Seven of Cups. The investigation is into what choices were made by somebody. There were illusions created around somebody here. There could have been illusions created around a Scorpio, Aquarius. And it goes here. Maybe the illusion was somebody was gone, or they wanted to put an end to something with this death card. That's Scorpio energy. So along with this, somebody's now looking at the options. Why would they do that? But these options are not necessarily from the aspect or perspective of commitment. It's more like, what word am I looking for? Possibilities or scenarios, or why would this person do this? It's kind of like it's like an investigation. They're trying to find out why. We want to get to the bottom of it. So it's kind of like that. Choices. These are the avenues that we need to take here. We need to look at these first. These are the most important. They're lined up in a sequence of importance, or whatever we feel could be our best option. So somebody's doing some sort of an investigation on somebody's work, right? This celebration. Maybe somebody said it was about work. Maybe somebody is doing some sort of an investigation on somebody's death, where there was a celebration had that was false. This celebration had tension. This celebration could have involved a Scorpio and a Leo. The tension was about another Leo. I'm led to believe there's 2 Leos, or the outcome is material happiness for you both after this investigation, but I kind of doubt that. Oh, is that a raid? I was about to say, y'all finally coming to pick up the trash across the street. I'm waiting. Would y'all please put on a... I know you can't put a stuff. Could you find a way? Could you have an officer knock on my door when you run him out of there? Out of courtesy. Just say, ma'am, I don't care what you just knock on the door, and when I see the lights going off, I already know what it is. I already know what to look for. So if you could kindly, cops, if you could kindly let me know when y'all coming to get this man. Get him. He peeking out of windows. Like we don't see him. Now he's shamed. He's running around talking about everybody on the block and this and that. And he over there, now he's shamed and won't come outside. I notice folks are disconnected from that devil too. Anyway. The choices with the investigation. The cops or the feds, whoever these people are, they're trying to figure out who to investigate first about this Scorpio death. Right? So death, Scorpio, death, investigation into a death. What they're trying to figure out is why these people are acting a little bit weird whenever they come around. Some of these feds have questioned you. Some of you are aware of this investigation because you have been questioned. When you were questioned, they were asking you about your behavior. Why are you so passive about this? You were there, right? Weren't you offended by that? Didn't you think something was wrong when they offered you that much money out of the blue sky? And then, didn't you notice something was weird about that? Didn't you notice something was out of... So there's something with the feds questioning you. They're like, hey, why are you so passive about this? Why are you nervous when we're questioning you? You don't have anything to hide, do you? Right? You did something out of desire? How is it a complex situation? You can explain it, right? We believe you tricked somebody, deceived somebody, trickery. So when you talk to these cops, they know you can't keep your cool because you shaking. They've been doing this a long time. They ain't dumb. They really ain't. They ain't dumb. So I don't know who you think you're fooling. But there's something with a complex situation. And they're talking to a Leo. So Aquarius, your Leo is being interviewed about their scattered behavior. Why do you act like that, ma'am? How many pills have you taken today, ma'am? Why are you fighting with these people? Why are you so passive about somebody trying to offer your own kid? What's this, death? Is that the same girl with the tarot channel? And you know about her channel, right? Yeah. You know about the Twitter? Yeah. So what made you think we wouldn't show up at your door? And now that we're at your door, we want you to explain how her tarot channel is connected to your church. So there's a Leo out here fighting over the death or pretend death of another Leo or Scorpio. They're stuttering and trying to explain what happened because it was a Sagittarius involved. They're trying to do something in moderation now. Before, they were hurrying it on up trying to get that bread, right? They couldn't get that money out of there fast enough, stealing, shell accounts, traveling, having people dressed up to look like you with a wig on, right? Like how many pounds did I... Come on, man. Like living a whole different life from that picture, but somebody accepted the passport or license. Whatever they did, somebody took it. Could have been a Sagittarius involved in this. Maybe the Sagittarius was one that stamped the passport, paid the money to the Leo to suppress your life. Because my wife or husband is jealous of you. And at the end of the day, I plan on killing you. I tried to kill you in Brooklyn. I tried to kill you on that plane. Right? I tried to kill you on the highway in the Beetle, right? I've been trying to kill you, following you. So you could kiss my black ass. That's what you could do. Okay? So that's what they fighting about. They fighting with the Sagittarius. Somebody was doing something in moderation, and I guess I don't know. I don't know what happened. But somebody now, you can't try and be in moderation now if you've been wilding for years. Like, what sense does that make? So you were dealing with a Sagittarius. Somebody's name could start with an I. Somebody's name could start with an S. Somebody's name could start with a C. Somebody's name could start with a P too. Somebody's name could start with an A. Play with me. Somebody's name could start with a D. What else do we need to know? So, the Sun in this King of... Okay, the King of Cups. Alright, what's this card? Hold on, y'all. Alright. Oh, look at that. The Chariot reverse. They put his behind out of commission. So, this King of Cups reverse, this Lion Wonder who's manipulative, played with your mind, and I know you wishing this is him. Well, he got stuck. He can't do anything. I don't know if he's a Cancer. He could be a Cancer. But this Chariot is a Cancer. This guy could have been stopped in his tracks. Somebody could have been arrested for drunk driving, DUI. This person, vehicular manslaughter. I feel like whatever this is, it could be karma. This person's been stopped. This person was not successful in their endeavors to create something for you. An unhappy environment. You got away from this person, it looks like. But this person is defeated. They can't gain control of their lives. There's nothing that they can do. They did something at the last minute that got them caught up. They might have had some car trouble at the last minute. I don't know. But again, investigation. This person, this King of Cups reversed here in his manipulative ways and trends of doing things, okay? Under investigation. Confirmation under investigation again. For whatever party he threw with fake people there. This party, I hate to say it, it says a celebration, but you can include a funeral under that also because, you know, after the funeral, in my culture, they get together and they eat this food that makes you sleepy. It'd be all types of stuff. It makes you sleepy, right? So that could be the celebratory part that they're speaking of. It could have been a celebration, right, where you eat up all the food after the funeral. And it was a fake, you know, when they take you, they drive the family back over to the hall to eat. Or if you're already at the hall. What do they do with the body? Don't they get it ready for burial? But even after that, I think they put the dirt on it because it's going in the ground before you walk away. But for some of y'all, I don't know if they took the body out because who's the guy in the casket? I always remember them stories they kept talking about. They came up out the casket in the 70s. And I think that's what sparked part of this investigation. That's why they showed up. I don't know. I see somebody getting up out the casket. These are fake deaths. My goodness, this is insanity. Somebody's car broke down. So your Cancer ain't got no car. There's something wrong with his car. There's an investigation going on. It could be into a drunk driving, something with a car. Somebody's going off the road. A car accident of some sort. There's something where there's an investigation being done on a Cancer and also a Virgo. Somebody could have done something dark to you. Dark magic. I hate to say this. Listen, somebody was saying presto. Somebody manipulated something out of insecurity. So you could have had a Cancer that tried to manipulate a Virgo. They were insecure. That's why they did that. I'm insecure. That's why I'm doing this. Says this King of Cups reverse here. Confirmation of he probably is all drunk and stuff. Maybe he thinks he looks cool. I don't know. Let me see something. Somebody was creating the endeavors of something dark. Basically, somebody was doing some dark magic. It was this guy that got drunk and stuff. This one that's manipulative. That was one of the ways that he was manipulating you. Aquarius. What's this? The Queen of Wands. Maybe you're the Queen of Wands. Warmth, passion. Yep. He was manipulating the Queen of Wands energy. You. Very confident. You're able to adapt. You're steady. He was trying to manipulate you. Well, death comes out reversed here. Stagnation. He wanted to stagnate you. I think maybe that was all he was able to do. I don't know. Sameness, immobile. Yeah, okay, so he tried to make you immobile. Whoever this King of Cups is, he worked with a Virgo and a Cancer to make you immobile. If you're a Scorpio could have been in on this too. But it looks like there was either two people, I'm going to say because I have to look at it from your perspective. There could have been a Scorpio, a Virgo, and a Cancer who worked together to immobilize you. Make it so you can't move. You can't do anything. They part of the magic is them reaching out to their counterparts or people that they've worked with. Because if you look at Magician upright, that's what it means. Working with a group of people from the past to make some things happen. Make magic happen. Now, with it reversed, we can make something dark happen. Like we can make your car suddenly not registered, right? We can have Ingrid suddenly take money out of your account. We can make Bank of America suddenly allow them to take $1,400. Like, you know what I mean? And I know to y'all that's not a lot of people, but I'm a regular person. To y'all, that's not a lot of money, but to me, I'm a regular person, so that was my, that's my money. So these people have the ability to make all this happen, and that's what they did. They could have been working with this King of Cups reverse, or this could have been his or her energy. An extension, I mean all these energies. I'm in Chariot reverse, I'm a drunk. I'm drunk driving, getting stopped by the cops. They're investigating it because somebody could have gotten hurt, vehicular manslaughter, right? Vehicular manslaughter death. You guys might hear that there's this King of Cups reverse who could have offed somebody by car. They could be a Cancer. This Chariot is also symbolizing the cops looking into something. There could be some cops that question a Virgo about a Queen of Wands and causing him or her some sort of a death. Like, why'd you do it? Again, it keeps going back to the same thing. Was it equal give and take, they're asking? This could be the head of an organization, or this could just be the court. This could be somebody who's a traditional leader, a high forant, a priest, a preacher, a pope. Did you give somebody something? Could have been a Taurus, and you got Taurus. There was a Taurus involved with, they were supposed to give you something, Aquarius. This Taurus was supposed to. It says this Taurus is in an upright. It says that there was supposed to be some generosity, equal give and take. You guys were supposed to receive something. Give me more. Wishes didn't come true. Somebody got in the way. It could have been a Pisces that got in the way. Somebody did something out of selfishness and greed. Some of you, Aquarius, had a Pisces take some money from you. This could have been a family member, obviously. Happiness, lasting success. Final manifestation. Somebody's final manifestation. So they were not able to get the Nine of Cups. That came up reversed out of selfishness. What they wanted was a Ten of Cups. So they did something in efforts to have the family that they wanted, or whatever. Whatever dream they had in terms of a family. They wanted to feel blessed. So it looks like they may have done something funny. And they didn't give you something because they wanted to live well. Ten of Cups is, so you got the Nine of Cups. Didn't come true. My ultimate goal was to have, and you didn't get it. And now I have to make some sort of a fast decision about something. I have to make a fast decision about a Libra. I got the Three of Cups that comes. I'm going to take it. Oh, wait. Where'd it go? The Three of Cups came out